It's really scary. And you mentioned the word firefighter. That may be new to some people. There's two different kinds of protectors in the self-leadership model, managers and firefighters. And they tend to be trying to do the same thing, which is protect the self, the person, or protect the person,
Exile.
the exile
Yeah.
parts. Say more about firefighters.
Yeah. So as you say, we have these manager parts we've been talking about, and they often are the inner critics, but they can be lots of different roles. And they're just trying to manage our lives so that we get what they, like Fred Trump wanted, lots of money and wants lots of power. Is that they're trying to manage things so that happens.
And they're not bad, right? They're doing the best they can. I mean, they
No, they're
take
just
on.
trying to fill these holes that live inside of people like that are, they're buckets with a hole in them. So you put something in it doesn't take
They got to
a
do
day
more.
before it's empty, and you got to fill it up again.
Yep.
So you can have sympathy for those people, but they also are very destructive. So you do have to stand up to them. And then people like that, when the managers strike out or life triggers their exiles for different reasons, they have to have other parts that are going to take them places where they don't have to feel anything, and and often those can be quite extreme, and they're what we call firefighters because they're fighting the pain, they're fighting the fire of the pain or the fire of the terror that these exiles carry, and they tend to be very impulsive and have very little concern for the consequences, for the collateral damage they do to your life. They just know, I've got to get you to feel better somehow, or feel more control, like with Trump, or feel like a winner again, or they've taken away his rallies, so he doesn't get this hit
Right.
of adoration all the time, and so his exiles are really, really
It's
hurting. So
yeah, yeah.
he's got to find other ways to feel good.
So the
And
firefighters mobilize when basically it's a last resort. It's almost right like maybe the analog in the neurobiological model is, or to think about the nervous system is simply the fight or flight response. It's sort of the I feel like I'm in danger of dying, like sort of thing where people can be feeling that way when somebody cuts them off in traffic. Actually, they don't realize that their nervous system is actually acting the way they would act if they were trying to escape death when somebody cuts them off. But that's the kind of the body's getting enlisted, the brain's getting enlisted. Firefighter activity has that sort of impulsive tone to it. Is that right?
yeah, firefighters are impulsive. Uh, they aren't always the last resort. Some people rely on them a lot more than others. Some people, it's the first resort.
Right.
And most of us have a kind of hierarchy of them. So if the first one doesn't work, then you go to the next one. And that's what you're seeing in Trump. If you can't do the rally, he's got to do the domination. If he can't do that, he's got to do something even more extreme.
Right.